How's it going, everyone? This is Tom with redempire.com. As I'm sure you're aware by now, I picked up the iPhone 5S this morning, and I've been playing around with it, but I thought that I would bring you a hardware comparison between the 5S, the 5C, and the original iPhone 5. As you can see, the 5S is on the left, the 5C in the middle, and then my red iPhone 5 on the far right. So I'm going to start by covering off the relatively obvious things, and the first obviously is that there's not many hardware differences between the iPhone 5 and the 5S. The most obvious being the changing the home button to an actual home button with the kind of square on it to the Touch ID sensor on the 5S. That and the fact that the flashes and camera are very so slightly different. And they've pretty much got all of the differences. They're even the same weight, coming in at 112 grams apiece. So to be honest, the main differences are going to be between the 5C and the 5S, or the 5C and the 5, but we'll focus on the 5S for now. So as you can see, it is very so slightly taller, the 5C that is, compared to the iPhone 5S. There's only a difference of just over 1mm, so it really won't be too noticeable in everyday usage. Where the differences really stand out is just holding this phone, to be honest. There's about a 20 grams weight difference. The 5C is actually considerably heavier than the 5S, but I kind of like the weight. The 5C feels really good in your hand. That's not to say that the 5S feels bad. It definitely feels more premium than the 5C, I think, personally, due to the aluminium construction. But the 5C really just fits snugly into the way you hold your smartphone. It's very strange. It just feels right. Maybe that's due to the way they've constructed it out of one unibody piece of plastic. Maybe it's the way the plastic's actually been treated to make it more glossy. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that it does really feel good. And then we have the 5S, which, to be honest, is very similar to the 5. If you've ever held an iPhone 5, you know what this feels like. You get kind of a sense of definite high-quality premium product, but also you get the sense of that it's a little bit fragile, that you couldn't really throw this around, which you don't really get with the 5C. It feels a little more hard-wearing. To be perfectly honest, if I had to kind of single out a favourite to just hold and generally on the hardware in general, I would say the iPhone 5C is probably my favourite just to use. Again, I haven't had a ton of times to actually fully play around with these. Of course, with the 5C, you don't get features such as the improved camera and all of that kind of good hardware. Much the same as the HTC One just feels good in your hand, the iPhone 5C definitely does this as well. My thoughts on this really shouldn't be taken the wrong way. I'm not knocking the 5S whatsoever. It is a fantastically built phone. Apple's build quality is almost second to none, bar HTC possibly with the HTC One. However, both the 5C and the 5S definitely feel like premium products. The 5S probably more so, as I've said, due to that aluminium construction, but they've done a really fantastic job making the 5C feel like a secondary premium product and not a cheap alternative. Let me know your thoughts on the iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C in the comments down below. Subscribe to the Red Empire YouTube channel if you haven't done already. All of Red Empire's social links are down below as well, and I will catch you next time.